Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm honoring Catherine's request and I'm making a stew. Today I'm making a chicken stew. You can insert whatever meat you're using and you'll come out with the same results. So let's get going with the ingredients. If you watched my making and storing your broth video, you'll remember that I roasted my chicken pieces and stored them in the freezer. So I just brought some of them out, which I will be using today. I'm also going to be using 3 large Roma tomatoes. If you don't have fresh tomatoes, feel free to use 1 additional can. I'm using 1 large and 1/4 red bell pepper, 1 habanero, half an onion, and a 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Like I said, you can use another can if you don't have fresh tomatoes. And then I'm using an oil blend, avocado, grapeseed, and coconut oil. That's a 1/2 cup. And last but not least is my 1 cup of chicken broth. So I'm going to prep my tomatoes and blend them with my peppers and onion, and then we'll get started. Alrighty, so my blend is done. I'm going to pour that in my pot. Please do not waste anything in your blender. I will be rinsing that blender out into my pot shortly. But I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 cup of frozen broth. I'm going to cook this down for about 15 or so minutes. You'll see what it looks like, so you know once you get to that point, stop boiling. So there it is. It's gotten thick and redder, if that's a word. I don't want it this thick. I already know that now, so I'm going to add about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of water at some point. Depending on what you're eating, you know, just adjust the thickness. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of season all. Remember that your broth is salted, so just be careful when you're salting this. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. And then last but not least, I'm adding 3/4 teaspoon of curry powder. Welcome to my Lubbock crew. Thank you for subscribing. And for all of you who recently subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notifications when I upload. So just give that a really good mix. And then I'm going to taste it for salt. Like I always say, salt, you know, it's depending on who's eating it. So taste as you go so that you don't over salt. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and add some of my oil. I don't want to use all of that 1/2 cup of oil because, you know, you want to be health conscious. You don't need your stews to be overly oily. So I'm just going to start with that, and depending on what it looks like later, I might add a little bit more. So this was 5 minutes later. I had added a 1/4 cup of water and the chunk of coconut oil that was in that dish. So I still have a little bit of oil left. And so this is what it looks like now. I'm satisfied with the thickness. So I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken. And then I'm going to let that cook into the chicken for maybe about 6 minutes. The chicken's already cooked, so I just want the flavors to blend in. So 6 minutes should be fine. Just give that a good mix. And then we're going to put the lid on. And like I said, let it cook for about 6 minutes. Doesn't that look good? Don't forget, whatever meat you use will work with this. If you're using fish, though, just make sure you leave it at the original thickness because the fish will produce water. And there is our chicken stew. Find whatever companion you want to eat with this. Fried plantains, boiled plantains, yam, rice. Make some okra and eat it with whatever morsel you like. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, and I'll see you next week.